it does create great dynamics. So the final lap will be a double points award, and quite often the race can be decided on that final lap. Madison originated in the United States when, well, in the heyday of track racing back in the early part of the last century. Six-day racing was a big thing, and there was concern that the riders were exhausted when riding, and they put a ban in New York on riding for more than 24 hours. So the event organizer at Madison Square Garden decided to put on a Madison race. That's where it got its name from, Madison Square Garden, and it's living on. This field is packed with champions. 8 riders in this field have been world champions at some stage, including the current world championship pair of Lasse Norman Hansen and Michael Morkov of Denmark. Also in here, the world champions of the previous 2 years, Germans, Roger Kluge and Theo Reinhardt. And they were the bronze medalists last year. Silver medalists last year at the World Championships were Campbell Stewart and Corbin Strong. In fact, it was Aaron Gate. Corbin Strong is in the seat alongside Campbell Stewart this time around. Strong is the points race world champion, so that is a key element to their combination. Benjamin Thomas is here. He's a former champion with Morgan Niesky in 2017. Albert Torres won in 2014. Kenny de Kettler won as well in 2012. And Lee Howard is a 2-time former champion with Cameron Meyer in 2010 and 2011. Quality in this field, and a really fascinating battle. 200 laps it is, with starting at the start-finish line. The start riders, there's Benjamin Thomas, Donovan Grodin, and their partners are lined up on the far side, on the other side of the track.
Well, New Zealand have had to change their team due to Aaron Gate being injured in the team's pursuit crash. Here's the New Zealanders, Campbell Stewart and Corbin Strong.
They're one of the youngest combinations in the field. Campbell Stewart got up to take a sensational silver medal in the points race, in the Omnium, beg your pardon.
Yeah, and 2 other teams to watch closely is the Italians with Elia Viviani, and obviously Great Britain with Matthew Walls, who dominated the Omnium from start to finish here in Tokyo to take the gold medal.
Great Britain have Ethan Hayter and Matthew Walls, the Omnium champion here. There's Elia Viviani, former Omnium champion, of course, in Rio. From the Netherlands, Jan Willem van Schip and Yuri Havik. The whistle to send the riders away. They'll come round and do a lap, and then the gun will go for the start of the men's Madison. The world champions Denmark are in this field. The silver medalists Germany, at least in New Zealand, are here. Double world champions Germany are here as well. It is a high-quality field for the return of the men's Madison in the Olympic program. And they're underway here at Izu Velodrome. 200 laps of enthralling racing.
Yeah, plenty of excitement at the Velodrome and the anticipation for the men's Madison. It's one of the most exciting races to watch. 199 laps to go on the scoreboard. So for now, it's Canada and the Netherlands taking it on from the front.
The riders have to touch each other to exchange, to relay each other, and more often than not, it's a hand sling, which propels the joining rider into the race.
You can see the hand slings there, and that gets harder and harder towards the end of the race with so much fatigue. The French have just attacked off the front, and
well, France are going to be a threat here. Donovan Grandin is just 20. Benjamin Thomas, the Omnium, double world Omnium champion, are a real threat here. And they're off now through Donovan Grandin, the 20-year-old.
And Elia Viviani of Italy takes up the chase, not wanting France to get an early lap. So it's Italy and France.
Yeah, Benjamin Thomas has taken over for France. opening up a handy gap now. The Netherlands are in the chase as well through Yuri Havik.
Great Britain obviously won the women's Madison, so their morale is high coming into this men's Madison. And the chase just sits up for a little bit while the French...
Oh, faller! New Zealand go down.
They're okay, they've got 2 laps to get back in. It was a soft fall, fortunately. New Zealand are back on the bike already as France extend their lead over a very fierce chasing pack.
There's Corbin Strong going down for New Zealand, but back in as France trying to open that gap, but now Great Britain is starting to join the chase here. Ethan Hayter together with Matthew Walls.
Well, there's plenty of riders in the chase that will be interested in not letting France get a lap up.
The bell indicates they come around for a sprint of 5 points on offer, 5, 3, 2 and 1 here, and France will be profiting by 5 with Great Britain, the Netherlands and Italy in their wake.
Well, it's a good start for Great Britain and the Netherlands, but France are top of the leaderboards with 5 points and they are not slowing down, but the chasing group is speeding up. So it won't be long before France has been caught by Great Britain, the Netherlands and Italy, Denmark there as well, Australia and Germany. So a short-lived attack just to get those first points for the French, and now the lead of the race is with Great Britain.
Great Britain and the Netherlands on the front. Ethan Hayter, Great Britain at the moment. There's the fall, really quick recovery.
Yeah, he didn't even let go of the handbars, so some of these riders have a lot of experience with crashes that happen and don't phase them. Straight back up on their feet, back into the race like nothing happened as the Belgians swing in.
Yeah, the Belgians have Kenny de Kettler and Robbie Gijs de Kettler, one of the great six-day races, current six-day races. Wins those all over Europe. Robbie Gijs, the 24-year-old. Kettler was a world champion here in 2012 in the Madison. Consoni and Viviani for Italy. I'll just run through the field as we're going through. Adrian Hegavari for the United States and Gavin Hoover. For Poland, it's Simon Shanchnok and Daniel Staniszewski. Ireland have a pair in Mark Downey and Felix English. Downey's father raced at the Olympics in '84, so wonderful to have him here. And his brother Sean was the Commonwealth Games bronze medalist in 2010. Roger Kluger and Theo Reinhardt for Germany. Well, I haven't seen them yet. Benjamin Thomas and Donovan Grandin for France. Stewart and Strong for New Zealand. Sebastian Mora and Albert Torres are the Spaniards. Torres, a former world champion in this. Yuri Havik and Jan Willem van Schip for the Netherlands. Robin Freudevo and Thierry Schur for Switzerland. And representing Austria here, Andreas Graf and Andreas Muller. So that's the full field here. Lasse Norman Hansen and Michael Moorcock and Kellen O'Brien and Lee Howard as well.
Well, we just saw a few teams there miss their change, which means one rider has to continue on and do a little bit more effort, while the other rider has an extended rest if they don't make that touch.
What would be the sort of normal period of racing and resting here?
Well, normally the riders that are on the bottom of the track, like we see now from France, they're going out for their second win to take another 5 points. They usually do about 3 to 4 laps before they reach their teammate and have a swing back in. But France now extends their lead on the leaderboard with 10 points. Great Britain in second on 5. Denmark with 3 points and Italy with 2. So they are the teams that are on the top of the leaderboard at the moment. So usually we see a Madison won with laps being taken on the main field. That might happen when some of the legs get more fatigued. At the moment the pace is so high that we're seeing the bunch stay relatively compact.
Well, it is the way Denmark won the World Championship in Berlin last year. They were the only team to take a lap. With 62 points, having picked up 42 during the race as well.
So Denmark applies the pressure on the front with Ella Viviani of Italy there. France make their sling and Australia on the wheel as well, so not too much pressure on the pedals at the moment. Will someone taking advantage of that? Yes, it's the Dutch now. They want to lift the speed, they want to put pressure on the other teams. Van Schip from the Netherlands.
Behind him, the United States are in this as well. They want to try and prove something with Gavin Hoover, the younger of the pair, involved.
Oh, onboard cameras there, just showing the touch of the wheels. Netherlands swung up, not expected by the New Zealander, and very, very good save. Tries to find his pedals again.
That could have been calamitous, but it proved to be some excellent skills. Great Britain on the front, Australia, Spain, the United States, the Netherlands, Italy starting to set a pace now.
Well, Spain will be wanting to take a lap with the combination of riders they have. Back in the days of Linares, they were dominating the Madison, but here we see Great Britain and Australia always near the front, as Spain just hand swing in, and Australia as well coming into a bell lap again. Who will take the maximum points? 5 points on offer here.
Ethan Hayter for Great Britain has just taken over from Matthew Walls, and Great Britain done the job. So Australia, Spain and the United States pick up the minor points there, but Ethan Hayter doing a good job here for Great Britain alongside the Omnium champion Matthew Walls.
Yeah, now France and Great Britain are on equal points, 10 points. Taking those 5 points for Great Britain, Australia moves themselves into equal second. So France and Great Britain equal first, Australia and Denmark equal second on points.
Into the race comes Adrian Nagivari, formerly rode for Hungary, but he's been resident in the United States for many years, and now very much racing out of Chicago and doing a great job. He's a bit of a Madison specialist as well. There's this thing for Skip in Belgium. Bring Kettler in.
Well, you can see as the riders come around, they're looking up at the scoreboard just to see where they're positioned in the race. As Germany now take on the front, the speed has been relatively high, so not too many action in regards to laps, but there's still 166 laps to go in this men's Madison, which means we'll start to see some fatigue and tired legs. Great Britain have gone out hard with France, chased those points early, as they did in the women's Madison, the Great Britain team, and they did not die or fatigue towards the end. They just kept extending their lead.
Well, it's wonderful skills, communication. You've got to be so aware of where your partner is on the track. And when you do the hand sling, we've seen, certainly saw in the women's race, a couple of crashes when the rider coming through got between the hand sling.
You can see Great Britain so comfortable there. They were having a discussion as they did the hand change. Belgium gets swung in there.
Letting the rider move through.
Yeah, every time Spain moves to the front, you'll see the peloton react. They know that Spain want to win this with laps, and they'll be heavily marked. So every time they move to the front with speed, you'll see other riders reacting.
Well, Sebastian Moro is the points race silver medalist at the World Championships last year. Very similar discipline to this, obviously not the team environment, but a former world champion as well, and a three-time former European champion. So they've got great experience. Mora and Torres.
Well, the 5 points go to the Netherlands for that one. Denmark take 3 points. No?
So
Denmark. Netherlands 5, Denmark 3, Germany 2, and Belgium take 1 point. So the lead is still in the hands of France and Great Britain. They both have 10 points each, and they're now watching each other, making sure they only need to sprint when their component does, when their teammates are fresh.
So 10 each to France, Great Britain, Netherlands on 7, Denmark on 6, Australia 3, Germany, Spain and Italy on 2. They've got to work.
Yeah, it looks like Canada have lost a lap there. The lead of the race on the track now as Canada moves to the front.
156 laps still to go in the 200-lap men's Madison in Tokyo. The return of the Madison, only the 4th time we've had it at the Olympic Games. Australia won the first 2 gold medals in 2000 and 2004, and Argentina in 2008.
Well, very relaxed pace in the pedals. Oh, there's another near crash.
There is a crash. Poland go down there. Switzerland were in the thick of it, but managed not to have a rider go down.
You can see amazing skills by these riders as they are doing their changes. So close. And the Polish rider back on his bike. So we just see the replay, no space, nowhere to go.
Oh, well did Thierry Scher do there, the Swiss rider there, not to go down. Very strong on his bike, good skills.
Yeah, very quickly back into the race as well, as Belgium are now on the front, trying to wind it up for some sprint points.
The bell will herald them through this lap, and a big sling now as Belgium take it to the front through the very powerful skills of Kenny de Kettler.
Well, Great Britain have been absolutely amazing to this point. Just as the women were very strong in the early stages of the race, they'll now lead the race, taking 3 points for that sprint. Kenny de Kettler taking the 5 for Belgium.
And for Great Britain, Matthew Walls is on his wheel there. They're marking most of the moves. Great Britain were outstanding in the women's. They've drilled their team so well here, and are looking to get another gold medal.
So the leaderboard now is Great Britain on 13 points, France sit on 11, Netherlands on 9, and Denmark on 6, equal with Belgium.
So very, very close, and as yet no real attacks to try and chase a lap.
And usually we see a lot more action with laps trying to be taken to get 20 points if they take a lap, minus 20 points if they lose a lap. As we've seen so far, the Canadians unfortunately have lost a lap. They're back in the race, hoping they can gain that lap back at a later point. There's still 146 laps to go.
Mark Downey on the front, just behind New Zealand there. And Great Britain going well through Ethan Hayter at the moment. With their luminous yellow helmets, you can't miss them on the track. And his teammate will know exactly where he is. And confirming France picking up 4 for the second place on the last sprint. Morkov and Van Skip, Netherlands, and Willem van Skip and Yuri Havik. And Great Britain now back on the front with Walls behind him. It's Michael Morkov, the Dane, who now takes over. There's 2 laps to go, so the bell they'll take the bell on the next lap. Great Britain, Germany in the thick of things here now. In comes Walls as Denmark will bring this through with the bell. Germany, the first time we've seen them in the action here, as Roger Kluge goes to the front.
Well, it looks like we're going to see Great Britain take a few more points in this sprint. Well, Denmark maybe just getting the maximum points there on the line.
Could well have been a sprint from a Grand Tour. Michael Morkov, Roger Kluge, one of the great lead-out men on the road for his pro team, Peter Quickstep, but yeah, showing he's got it. This is where he cut his teeth as a superstar. Really fantastic. So Denmark pick up maximum points there, bring them into the picture there, leading the field at the moment. Great Britain on 15, Denmark and France 11, Netherlands 10. It's tight still, 5 points between the top 4 teams.
Yeah, very close racing. Be interesting if Great Britain take gold and Denmark silver, because that's what happened in the women's Madison. But Great Britain are now on 15 points with Denmark on 11, equal with France. And the Netherlands have 10 points. Lee Howard there from Australia, being well positioned, but they'll have to take a lap if they want to gain back some points. And there's the standings after sprint 6 with 136 laps to go.
So those teams outside the top or out of the double figures. Let's say Belgium on 6 points, and Germany on 5, Australia on 3, and Spain and Italy on 2 apiece. Great Britain the leaders there as we focus on Ethan Hayter, who's the man on the track. He follows the wheel of the Danes. Australia now also in there as the bunch gathers in preparation. Nearly a collision there between Switzerland and Belgium.
Yeah, with 3.5 laps to go, they're still trying to position themselves for points. It's Italy going to the front, wanting to get on the scoreboard with some points. Such close racing here.
Simone Consoni, already a gold medalist in the team pursuit, and a sensational performance by the Italians, and Elia Viviani will take over now. How he would like to have a medal in his hands at these games. Elia Viviani, Omnium champion from the 2016 games.
Yeah, they'd be very, very hungry for a gold medal in this event, but Italy's just struggling. They're getting double whistle, and Spain is leading the peloton.
I think that might be for Canada. Nevertheless, we'll continue watching the racing, but right inside it here, incredible action on board with these riders. The bell lap, and
Italy takes the maximum points.
Yep.
So they put themselves on the scoreboard. They've already picked up 2 times 1 point. But it's such close racing here between all of the teams. Well, New Zealand now leading on the track. And an unusual Madison we're seeing here, because by this time we would have seen some huge attacks and some laps being tried to take the 20 points for a lap, but there's a lot of team relying on pure speed to pick up points in the sprints rather than taking a lap. Saying that, still 128 laps to go, so we may see some laps taken towards the end of the race. It's Ella Viviani of Italy controlling the front of the bunch at the moment. Oh, New Zealand just in front, make a sling.
Viviani comes into play now with Corbin Strong. New Zealand on the front, Switzerland, Denmark, Spain, the Netherlands. Those are the points after sprint 7. So 5 points between the top 4 at the moment. Great Britain, Denmark, France and the Netherlands, with Italy coming into the picture on 7 points now. There is Viviani.
And so much can change if a lap is taken, and don't forget double points for the last sprint. So
absolutely, and that's quite often where it gets decided. If the laps haven't been taken, it can be critical that double points on the final lap.
Well, no one really wanting to take up the pace here. Belgium now decide to go to the bottom of the track.
You can see the referee just indicating every lap where the front of the race is, because not only to you as viewers and spectators here and us all, it gives the riders a perspective of where the front of the race is, and therefore where the sprint will be decided.
Well, they try to get into position now. They're coming up to 2 laps to go before another sprint. Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, France, they want to take some more points now. They want to be in the gold medal hunt.
And France applying some pressure now with Donovan Grandin. Hands over. The bell lap now, and France drilling it on the front here. Grandin will hand over to Benjamin Thomas. Belgium want to say, and so do the Netherlands. Belgium driving it for the line. It'll be Belgium, France, and Netherlands, Germany.
And the Belgians go on with it, so they haven't taken the pressure off the pedals. And this is where we see little gaps opening up all over the place on the track. And after that sprint, Great Britain still lead only by 1 point. Denmark on 14 with France. And the Netherlands close behind on 12 points. It's all so close, anything can happen. The race is still very tightly contested.
And Germany, Theo Reinhardt and Roger Kluge have been fairly quiet. With a single point after that last sprint. They're down on 6 points. 9 points behind the leaders, Great Britain.
Well, Denmark trying to take control of this race. They really want the gold medal. They've got the experience of Lasse Norman Hansen and Morkov in there for Denmark.
4 points between the top 5 teams. It's going to be enthralling. You feel that someone at some stage is going to have to attack for a lap here.
It's very rare that we don't see laps taken in the Madison, but it's such a long race at the moment. It's all about the sprints for those 5, 3, 2 and 1 points as they cross the line. So they've still got 5 laps to go before another sprint. Will we see any attacks out of the peloton?
Unbelievable bike handling skills by all these riders in this bunch at absolutely frantic pace, keeping an eye on their competitors, their own teammates, and the situation in the race. These are athletes who are at the peak of their skills here. It's wonderful to watch. So the United States on the front.
You see they're really applying pressure, but Great Britain have not missed a beat. Spain want to take a lap, so they want to be in every move and they'll contribute. Gaps are opening up, but they've now closed up again. This Madison race is so tight. Nearly halfway through, they're coming up 2 laps to go till they sprint. They'll get the bell this lap. USA on the front. Great Britain want points in this sprint as well in second wheel. Spain and the Netherlands just behind, but Great Britain will really want to try and get maximum points. They just sit on the wheel, they're already in the lead, so they'll take another 3 points and increase their lead, and they just need to do enough to save the energy and powering the legs in case there are some teams taking a really big effort to take a lap.
Adrian Egivari picking up the 5 points there for the United States. Their first points of the race. In fact, their second. They picked up a point on the third sprint.
Well, Great Britain is leading the race on the scoreboard and just realised they had a gap back to the peloton.
So, can they make this stick? Because this will be fascinating. It's Matthew Walls there, the Omnium champion from here in Tokyo.
Well, I think it was unintentional that he slipped off the front, but he had a look behind and he saw there was a gap, so he started to apply some real pressure, which is always putting you in a vulnerable position, because if he's doing a lot more work than anyone else, the riders that are getting the slipstream will counter-attack him when they catch him.
Well, Lasse Norman Hansen just put his head down and hunted him down and has dropped onto his wheel and has joined him in the front of the race now. And it's Ethan Hayter with Lasse Norman Hansen.
Well, they are 2 very strong riders. Netherlands trying to close the gap, and as we said, it's unusual at this point of the race that we've just seen so many strong riders in the peloton closing everything down, not letting any riders get away. Splits are opening up at the back of the group, but Great Britain, Netherlands, Denmark, Italy's still there, USA.
The sling puts Matthew Walls back in the picture there. Jan Willem van Skip on his wheel, Morkop behind him. There's a close-up of the sling. Consoni here for Italy. And you can see his eyes is looking up at the board, getting an idea of what's going on in the race.
Yeah, they're getting closer to the sprint lap, so they will be fighting for position there.
Bell lap now. Denmark on the front again through Lasse Norman Hansen, who's doing a huge turn at the moment. Ethan Hayter is on his wheel, hands over to Matthew Walls. Italy coming into the picture as well for the sprint. Denmark, though, will take it. Italy will take second. Viviani's there. And Great Britain will pick up the 2 points for third.
Yeah, without using too much energy, Great Britain are just consistently taking points, but the team of Denmark now move into, well, they've been in second place behind Great Britain, but they are only 1 point behind Great Britain. So Great Britain on 20 points, Denmark on 19, France on 14.
We've just gone through the halfway mark of this men's Madison, the 4th Olympic men's Madison race in Olympic history. 2000, 2004, and 2008, and then there was no Madison in the programs of 2012 and 2016. And Australia have been pulled, joining Canada. The whistle there was blown by the president of the Commissaires panel, Nori Landis-Taylor. She pointed to Australia, and there's a crash And down go the United States, both riders, I think. And
that's not good for the USA.
Not good.
Yeah, both riders, looks like there might be a broken wrist. They may not continue. They'll be losing laps now anyway, as New Zealand moves to the front. Great Britain still riding very close to the front. Peloton being very relaxed. I don't think there'll be too many very tired legs at this point. We might see a very explosive second half of this race.
Great Britain, Italy, Germany are coming to the fore. There's a charge, yeah. France on the attack now.
So the first big attack that we've seen, and it's France, and no one willing to chase at the moment. Riders swinging up the track.
Benjamin Thomas, the Omnium World Champion, and Donovan Grandin. He hands over to Grandin.
And they mean business. They are really laying it down here, and no reaction yet from the peloton. There will be one, but they've got nearly half a lap up on the bunch as Great Britain take responsibility and move to the front. It will be maximum points for France this time, which will move them very close back to medal contention. So France half a lap up will take the maximum points, 5 points to France. And now the sprint is on between Great Britain and Denmark. Who's it going to be for the 3 points? Denmark over Great Britain. So Denmark will now be in front of Great Britain on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Morkov. This is France, though. They are pushing hard to try and take a lap here. Really, really working hard. And that will change the picture dramatically. Benjamin Thomas now driving towards potentially, but you can see the pace has increased in the race dramatically as they know France are on the charge.
Yeah, Denmark and Great Britain know that they need to keep an eye on each other. Very close on the scoreboard. It's 22 points for both teams, Denmark and Great Britain. They're on equal points. And France now still only with half a lap as the charge comes from the bunch. And there's a change now for Denmark. So after sprint 11, Denmark and Great Britain on equal points, 22 points. France on 19, Netherlands just behind.
Denmark laying down here as Great Britain follow the wheel. New Zealand are in there, Switzerland and Poland, Spain and Italy. Another look at that crash. The two Americans going down. Unfortunately, Gavin Hoover and Adrian Higibari.
Well, that's unfortunately taken the USA out of the race. Well, the Frenchman is still on the attack with half a lap up. Will that be a winning move? 84 laps to go. So behind France, there's two chasing riders from Denmark and Great Britain.
France are almost in the straight of the main group here.
Yeah, and the main group now chasing down those two riders from Denmark and Great Britain, so it looks like the bunch might come back together. And it's going to be a very big job for France to take the lap, but I think they might be able to do it.
Donovan Grandin is the man doing the chasing at the moment. Great Britain, Denmark, Netherlands and Germany drilling it on the front of the main group as Grandin comes around now. We'll do another hand sling. They'll pick up points whilst they're doing the chase as well, which will also play into their favour.
They do look to be fatiguing a little bit, France, but they will take the 5 points for this lap.
The roll through to pick up the 5 points through Benjamin Thomas. Then it's Denmark, Netherlands and Great Britain are starting to be ridden out every now and again on the sprints here, but they still pick up consistent points. Pick up one now.
Yeah, Denmark now leading this race, this Madison, by 1 point over Great Britain. So 25 for Denmark, 24 for France. And actually Great Britain have dropped to third place in 23 points. So that sprint was a crucial part of the race.
Well, it's fascinating. It's so close. 25 Denmark, 24 France, 23 Great Britain, 16 now the Netherlands in fourth place outside the medals.
I must say I've never seen a Madison go this far into the race and have the points so close. It could be anyone's race from those top five. There's 77 laps to go. France.
I think their hopes of taking a lap now are fading. They are fatiguing. And the pace up front is starting to intensify.
Denmark and Italy and Belgium, Spain and Great Britain, the Netherlands, New Zealand, they are on the charge trying to catch the breakaway, who are now half a lap up.
Well, we saw with double points on their last lap, it can play a huge role in the destiny of the medals. We saw in the points race in the Omnium, right at the end of the four-event Omnium, how Campbell Stewart vaulted from outside the medal to silver medal by taking the last sprint, the double points on the last sprint, and found himself as a medalist. There's the front of the race.
Well, the bunch are well aware that if France were to take a lap, they'd jump up into the top of the leaderboard. So
they keep working, but you feel that the real electricity has gone, faded a little bit in the French pair of Grandin and Thomas. They really have worked hard.
Yeah, they've done enough to move themselves into silver medal position, and now they're going to take another 5 points as they get Bell lap. If they can stay on the front, they potentially be passed.
Benjamin Thomas for France.
He'll take the 5 points.
Well, they're hoovering them up very impressively now, France. That's the fourth lap they've won in a row. 20 points in the last 4 laps.
That's enough to put the team of France in the gold medal position at this point of the men's Madison with 69 laps to go. France lead on 29 points, Denmark in second on 25, Great Britain on 23, and the Netherlands on 16. Still very, very tight in the points. Double points for the last sprint, 20 points if riders take a lap. France doing an absolutely amazing job to stay out there and keep picking up those sprint points.
Italy needing to do something here. Viviani hands over to Simone Consoni. They are well out of the picture just at the moment on 10 points. That's 13 off the medals. Confirming the result of the last sprint, France, Switzerland, Belgium and Denmark picking up that 1 point. And these solitary points in a race this close can be critical.
Well, Denmark just put the pressure on the pedals and created a gap back to Great Britain. They are out on the chase big time now. It's Denmark and the Netherlands, and Great Britain trying to close that gap. They may well just be able to do that. So the bunch comes back together. The leaders want to stay out there to grab another 5 points.
Well, Michael Morkov won himself a Team Pursuit silver back in Beijing all those years ago. He's looking to get back on the podium here for the Danes. He's had a busy year racing, 51 race days on the road for his pro team. But he's kept himself in great shape here for the Olympic Games. Absolute vital lead-out man for Mark Cavendish at the Tour de France this year.
So we see the 3 leaders out in front, and Ireland have already lost a lap, so they gain at their minus 20 points at the moment. And it looks like the breakaway is fatiguing, and the bunch is picking up the speed as Germany try to get across to that breakaway. Well, Bell laps looking good for France to pick up some more points.
Absolutely, this will be critical to them. Where are Denmark in the sprint? They are a little bit off the pace here, so France could vault quite far ahead here if they can take this sprint. Driving it for the line, Germany will have a say and probably take the sprint, I think. Very close.
Looks like the maximum points in that sprint will go to Germany, who are now sitting in 6th position. And they keep the pace going.
Yeah, Reinhardt, now Roger Kluger on the front for Germany.
And Belgium on the chase as well. Now we're seeing fireworks from the bunch.
It's really exploding now in the Madison as Germany inject the pace. Belgium in the chase. Denmark are there. Great Britain are there. And Ireland have been pulled from the race as well. So the race over for Mark Downey and Felix English with 57 laps to go.
Well, out on the track, the bunch is slowly coming back together with Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, Great Britain. Denmark and New Zealand all there. Bunch comes back together, and France as well. So, top of the leaderboard is France on 32 points, Denmark in second on 28 points, and Great Britain in the bronze medal position on 24 points. And Belgium on 16 points in fourth place. And the bunch is together. The racing has lulled for a moment.
Well, there are 35 points available now. Yep, you almost get the feeling they're setting up now. They've got 5 sprints left, so double points on the last, and that you feel is going to be absolutely critical. If no one takes a lap here in this remaining laps, it is going to be vital to the destiny of the medals.
Well, the pace has been relatively high, and we've seen a few attacks try to go, but there's too many strong riders in the peloton that have been closing down every move that has been attempted by any team. Well, they start trying to get into position now for the next sprint. And it's Denmark that takes the lead with 2 laps to go. Great Britain just make an arm swing to take the lead there. So the race between Great Britain and Denmark.
France 32 points, Denmark 28, and Great Britain 24. Belgium on 16, the bell for another sprint lap there. Denmark try and surge to get the better of Great Britain. Germany on the wheel, they're looking to vault themselves up into medal contention here. But Denmark are coming on strong and will take this. Another sprint for Denmark as it's Lasse Norman Hansen who closes it out.
Well, that may well put Denmark back in the lead. They are on 33 points, only 1 point ahead of France, and Great Britain on 26 points. So Denmark, France, Great Britain, 1, 2, 3 at the moment.
Yeah, the mid-race charge from Benjamin Thomas and Donovan Grandin seems to have taken the sting out of their efforts for the time being, maybe saving some matches for the sprints at the end.
Well, you'd think if any riders were going to take the lap, it would probably be Spain and Italy. They're the two teams that really excel in that high speed trying to take a lap. Now would be a good time with a few burning legs. And there is the points after sprint 15.
Well, absolutely riveting. Just a point in it. Denmark now lead France. Great Britain are in the picture for sure. The Netherlands on 17 and Belgium on 16.
Well, New Zealand doing what they can to try and break off the front.
Corbin Strong goes, but Great Britain go with them. Ethan Hayter, also France.
As we've been saying, all these moves have been closely marked by all of the teams as we see Spain now coming towards the front. Denmark go on the charge again. They know that they are leading this race. It's actually Switzerland, both in red suits, but it's a teams without too many points. Switzerland, Italy, Spain, they need to take a lap on the field if they want to be in medal contention.
France are now going to have another launch here as Grandin. Switzerland and Spain in the mix as well. Grandin takes over from Benjamin Thomas, and for Germany. Big fall.
Big fall in the back straight. Germany not moving too fast to get up.
Well, good news, he's sitting up, which is good news. Germany was sitting in 6th place at the moment, and it is Roger Kluge, the big man, who goes down on the far side.
Well, it's Bell lap, and it looked like Denmark's going to pick up some more points here. They are leading the race at the moment. Switzerland will take the maximum 5 points. Denmark take 3 points, and Spain.
Another great ride by Michael Morkov there, getting on the wheel of the Swiss rider Thierry Chier.
Well, good news that the rider from Germany is back on the bike.
Roger Kluge, as he went down and he rolled to the apron there, you had a loud scream in frustration. There it is. Oh, so lucky that he didn't bring anyone else down.
A lot of skin off there as the race continues. Spain are trying to take that lap that they really need to gain 20 points. but they are running out of time. 38 laps to go in the men's Madison.
Well, a handover now. Sebastian Mora, the scratch race world champion from 2016, takes over. Denmark, at least the Netherlands, are chasing down. Confirmation of the race situation now as we have 36 laps remaining. 36 points to Denmark, 33 France, 26 Great Britain. That's where the medals sit at the moment. On the outside looking in, the Netherlands 17. Then it's Belgium 16 and Italy 10. Those teams need to start looking at perhaps taking a lap here somewhere if they're going to have a say in the medals.
And the group are not too concerned about Spain out there trying to take a lap, because Spain have no points at all. If they gain 20 points for a lap, it would only move them into 4th position. So not too much urgency going on back in the bunch while Spain are out there trying to take a lap.
2014 world champion Albert Torres.
Now Italy go. They had to do something. They're going to try and bridge across and try and take a lap as well. Italy currently on 10 points, so they'd be well up into medal contention if they could take a lap.
Well, they're a few faster on a bike than this man, Izu Velodrome, and he's putting his ears back now. And he'll join Simone Consoni now, the team pursuit gold medalist. And Viviani screams and says, get on with it. And France will chase New Zealand and Netherlands with him.
The Italians are just so strong that they're so heavily marked, and they've already been closed down by the French and the New Zealanders, Netherlands. But it will be the team of Spain that take the maximum of 5 points and put themselves on the scoreboard and continue on trying to take a lap. Who will take the minor placings? It'll be New Zealand and France picking up points there as well. And that will put France on 35 points, just 1 point behind Denmark. So the race is on. The points are close. 29 laps to go.
The yellow flag you saw there with a race number on it, that was Great Britain. They've had a warning. Ethan Hayter and Matthew Walls from the president of the commissaires panel, Noreen Landis-Taylor. Noreen Landis-Tyson, beg your pardon. So they've got a warning. Not entirely sure for what yet, but they're on a yellow card, if you like. So
Denmark now out there chasing Spain.
1 point in it. Absolutely enthralling. And we've got 4 more sprints. Beg your pardon, 3 more.
Well, we haven't seen a race this close in the Madison for a very long time. Spain trying to take a lap. They're being chased down and they now sit up. They are not going to make it this time. Denmark and Belgium now got a handy lead over the bunch.
Might be Switzerland who've been pulled from the race, but the chase is on now with Belgium, Spain and Denmark, who are really working hard to add the Olympic gold to their world title. Austria it is who've been pulled, beg your pardon, Andreas Müller and Andreas Graf.
Well, Denmark looking in very fine form here. They're sitting at the top of the leaderboard and they are controlling the race out in front. Denmark, Belgium and Spain, with France trying to come across.
Robbie Gees, the younger of the two Belgians, is powering on the front there together with the Spaniard Sebastian Mora and Lasse Norman Hansen. Gees is going.
He is absolutely flying. As he'll swing to Kettler in now for Belgium. They are absolutely flying. Denmark in second place. Belgium will pick up the maximum 5 points on this lap.
Well, what is he going to do when he kicks and goes? Is he going to carry on? Because if they can pick up a lap here, then the picture will look very interesting, because Belgium are now on 21 points and the lead of Denmark at 39.
Yeah, and Belgium really putting the hammer down now, trying to take that lap on 20 points. And it's the Germans back in action with Great Britain and Denmark.
Well, Kenny de Kettler, but there is Michael Morkov for Denmark, following every move of the Great Britain rider. Meanwhile, This is Belgium driving it on the front, trying to take a lap, but they're not going to be let to do that too easily, because chasing them hard at Germany back in the thick of things. Roger Kluge after his crash. Great Britain as well as Denmark.
Well, there certainly are a few teams there keen to catch back. The team of Belgium that are now trying to take a lap in the final stages of the men's Madison.
Well, there are very few events. In fact, this is the only event in the men's competition of the track where there's no rounds, there's no qualifying, there's no knockout rounds. It's a once-off for the gold medal. Race the Madison over 200 laps. The winner takes the gold medal. There's so much at stake now as we head into the last 15 laps. Now, Belgium, are they going to be taking the lap here?
Well, they're going straight past just in case this is not classified as the main bunch.
Yeah, that's the key. Where do the commissaires deem the main part of the race to be? And the front of the chase back is almost half a lap ahead of Belgium at the moment.
Yeah, I think the majority of the riders are in that chase, which means the points have not yet been awarded to Belgium. They've still got some work to do. They're half a lap down on the chasing bunch.
Yeah, they are. It's half a lap. It's going to be very, very tough to pull it back over the next 12 laps, but they're working so hard at the moment. It's Kenny de Ketteler. There's the bell now. Another 5 points on offer as they go round the bell. And then it'll be a race to the double points for the final lap.
Well, the Belgium team are about to take maximum points. 5 points, Italy, 3.
Poland and Switzerland in that as well, but it's all about whether Belgium can take a lap here, because if they do, they will vault to the top of the standings, depending on what happens with the other teams at the finish. So it's really fascinating. 41 points Denmark leading, 36 France, 30 Great Britain, and Belgium on 26 at the moment with 9 laps remaining. Another throw into the race, and away goes to Ketteler.
Well, with only 8 laps remaining, it doesn't look like Belgium's going to take the lap, but they'll certainly be taking points out there. Denmark in a good position, so all the points are in that breakaway. 5, 3, 2, 1. Which
yeah, I tell you, the team standing to lose here. Belgium get the 5, the double. Great Britain, if they don't get points here, they could be ridden out of the medals here. They're in 3rd place. Belgium 26 and Britain on 30.
Well, that's why Great Britain have put in all their effort to get back to the leaders, which they are now, so they want to get points. Great Britain to stay in medal contention.
The gold medal sits at the moment of Denmark on 41 points, France on 36, Great Britain on 30 points. We've got 5 laps to go. Remember, 10 points for the winner at the finish, 6 as well as 4 and 2 for the remaining 3 teams. So this is going to be a thriller right the way down to the finish, the Madison here at the Games. 3 laps to go. Front of the race is Great Britain, then Belgium. Poland are in there. They're not in the thick of things in terms of the points here. But they could take points away from Denmark, whoever else is chasing.
Well, Great Britain doing the job now to get themselves onto the scoreboard, onto the medal contentions, and that's what this move is all about.
Well, if they take the 10 points here, Denmark have 41, Great Britain have 30. They will move into silver medal position. Here is the bell. Final lap. 10 points for the winner. Great Britain are going now. They've got Ethan Hayter on the front.
Well, Great Britain will take those 10 points and move themselves into silver.
Great Britain have taken the 10 points on the finish line. That should move them up to the silver medal position. Denmark are likely, we'll wait for the sprint to unfold here, but it looks like Denmark are going to take the gold medal, and the world champions have worked it out here. And confirmation of that will be in the stands, because they know the winners are Denmark. Morkov and Lasse Norman Hansen are the Olympic champions, the 4th Olympic champions. Roger Kluge congratulates his good friend Michael Morkov, and Great Britain have ridden themselves into the silver medal position. France also have 40 points.
Yeah, Great Britain will take the silver, given that they had the best position in that last sprint. So Great Britain take the silver medal, France take the bronze medal. What a magical race. How close was that, right down to the last sprint. You can see Denmark celebrating there. They got a silver medal in the women's Madison, a gold medal in the men's Madison, and the team of France are happy to take the bronze medal. Great Britain have to settle for silver this time.
Well, they really had to put their racing legs on in that last couple of laps, Great Britain. But what a ride by Michael Morkov and Lasse Norman Hansen, making up for the disappointment of not winning the team pursuit. They got silver there. And delight for Benjamin Thomas and Delvin Grandin of France as they take the bronze medal in the men's Madison. There they are. They were the early aggressors, and they took the first two sprints. Great Britain were consistent.
Lasse Norman Hansen struggles to stand up, but the emotions take over. He has so much experience.
Well, he's an Omnium gold medalist, he's a team pursuit silver medalist, and now he's a Madison gold medalist. Lasse Norman Hansen. Look at the camaraderie between the teams. It's wonderful to see. But a really great performance by the Danes. They won 5 laps only, really, but they were consistently scoring points all the way through the race, the Danes. Only 6 laps did they not score, and there they are. Lasse Norman Hansen and Michael Morkov.
The points were so close, but they were dominating the race, being so consistent all the way through, controlling everything. The 2 new Olympic gold medalists for the Madison.
Backing up their world title in Berlin in 2020. Hansen and Morkov, now the Olympic champions, joining Scott McGrory and Brett Aitken, Stuart O'Grady and Graham Brown, and Juan Coruche and Walter Perez as Olympic Madison champions.